What's going on, comrades?
How's it going, guys?
Got Drewski here and Hunter.
Yes, sir.
Hunter, my man.
How's it going? How's it going?
And we just got back from seeing the new Boneless Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And we're gonna... why is my game coming up?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Alright, wait.
Oh, did we ever switch to PC?
What's going on, comrades? Take two in this bitch.
Oh,
Drewski
yeah.
here, Yellow Buckets.
Hunter Yellow Buckets, what's going on, guys?
What is going on, comrades? And we just got back from the movies. Just got done seeing that new Boneless Nightmare on Elm Street 7.
Yeah, it was,
It.
Okay,
We saw It.
so, I've just got to lay it straight on the table. I went into this movie with such high hopes.
Yeah, let's explain first what we know and where we
Yeah.
stand in the franchise, like knowing of the franchise.
So
So
essentially...
you can go first.
Yeah, for sure. So essentially, I've read the book, and I've also, I've seen the miniseries. I didn't really think it was very good, but they did what they could on the budget that they had, and for the fact that they had to make it TV friendly. So this movie, going into it, I kind of separated that movie from this one. I knew they were going to be different entities, basically, and because... let's just say this. There were a lot of reviewers who were singing this movie's praises. So, watching these reviewers, you want to think, oh shit, this movie might actually be a good 2017 horror movie, which we have not had many at all.
No, dude, I can't remember the last truly good, almost like in 10, 20 years will be a classic type of shit horror movie. I've not seen or heard anyone praise a movie that well.
Right.
In the horror genre. So, I get what you mean on that point.
Yeah, so with the IP that they were working with the already established Lawrence story, they could have done so much.
Yeah. I mean, isn't the book like almost 1,000 pages or something?
Something
Like, it's big, though.
It's pretty big, and it's also, a lot was omitted that's in the book.
Sure, but just they have a lot to work with, though.
Right,
from the original source material.
Yeah.
In that sense.
So, jumping right to the get of what...
Oh, yeah, and by the way, I've seen the first half of the original TV movie back in, probably 7 or 8 years ago. And I just didn't care for it enough to watch the second half. It was some shit with my uncle. He got me into watching it. And other than that, I really don't know much about the story. So I'm just saying that as a prerequisite to how we discuss it. I know practically I'm a fresh virgin viewer of the It and the series in the movie. So
Right.
I went into it with kind of like a blank slate and tried. Aside from a few reviews and shit I saw online, I just tried to be as unbiased as I could. So, just saying that before we discuss anything plot-wise or opinions.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
To get it clear that Hunter's more fluent with the story and shit than I am, is basically what I'm driving at.
So, the movie attempted to do some very nice things that you don't really see modern horror movies do. They tried to reinvent old, because they're making essentially a reboot. They're using the old scares in a better way, or at least
they tried to make them better.
The suspense and build
they
up,
tried.
Yeah. The suspense and build up to the scares were substantially better than the actual end result. Honestly, and I don't know how you feel about this, Drew, but to me, I felt like I was watching a comedy horror
I was just about to say, are you going to say scary movie?
Yeah,
ish?
Yeah, like a comedy horror movie that's more of an adventure than it is a scary movie.
Right. Not so much satirical scary movie, but just yeah.
Like The Princess Bride in not the same context.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. Talking about that, we'll try to not spoil anything. So our webcam should be showing up, but it's not. But I'm not going to worry about it because really this is just going to be a discussion based thing anyways.
Right.
I'll pull up any visual images we need to for reference. But anywho, about about that, like I felt the kind of same way that the movie's strongest points were when it was about the buddy, like the buddy aspect and the the adventure aspect, like you said. I felt the movie worked better then than when it was trying to be suspenseful and scary.
Right.
And while speaking on that, I feel that honestly the movie relied a lot on old boring fucking tactics for these kind of horror movies, like shit that's just jump scares. Not so much, it's not that they overindulged, it's just that they didn't innovate and add anything new to the table,
right,
in that sense. But I don't know what, so we're gonna be jumping around.
Yeah. This is just a free flowing review / critique.
No script, no points or nothing. Really.
So I'm gonna try to talk about some of the positives in the movie.
Yeah, because I mean,
so the actors, for sure, they did not feel to me like child actors.
They were really
very
good.
Talented.
I do with that.
Really stuck out in the your mom kind of.
See that? Who was he?
He's the one who wore the big geeky glasses.
Oh, okay.
Who always talked about fucking people's moms.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I liked what.
Who was that? You just paid dude so much money for me just to say who was that. I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, but let's not get distracted. Okay.
So all of the characters, and 100% honest with you, this is a story more reflected on the fears caused by childhood trauma.
Right.
All of the kids that were dealing with their problems, Beverly and the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
It was like all of their shit were essentially because either Derry's a terrible place, the people there are terrible, or their families are terrible. And speaking of the family thing, what is it with Stephen King in every single movie?
Dude, dude, why? I've heard it. I don't know. I'm not by any means a scholar and fucking when it comes to Stephen King and his shit. But that's how I've heard a lot of people say that there's a lot of unnecessary sexual perversion in his movies.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I watch trauma movies, so I'm no saint. I don't mind seeing someone's dick get chopped off with a fucking pair of hedge clippers. But
the way they do it in this movie, it almost makes you feel pervy for watching.
Yes. And I mean, if that's the effect they were going for, they succeeded.
They succeeded, but not in the sense that I would like to see that any longer than I have to.
Right, I wouldn't want you guys to feel like that.
And they kept coming back to it, though. That was the worst part. No matter what, there was some kind of daddy's gonna rape daughter kind of feel to it.
And why? And on that, why did they why was that even such a stress thing? Like, I mean, the first time it was kind of we get it. She's got a fucked up dad and family. But then, like you said, they keep coming
back to it in the sense that they're trying to... I know they're trying to build exposition and build the story world, but we completely understood
it came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah,
That's the fucked up part. Like, you just thought, okay, when that first, scene happened, when you kind of explained that, you're kind of wondering... Well, at least I was wondering, all right, is he going to be an alcoholic drunk? Is he going to be a fucking heroin head? Is he going to be a wife beater? I guess you gotta go about 10 or 11 more items down the list to get to, is he gonna be a daughter fucker?
Right. And honestly, that major story plot, it played into the story way too much, but they didn't even finish what it needed, the solution it needed.
So let me interject with a quick question. Being a person that knows really nothing about the series other than what I just saw.
Right.
And what I remember from 10 years ago. From in the original movie and book, what am I trying to say here? The few things that I'm going to list off, you got to tell me if this movie was, accurate to things that were in there, or if it's just, taking new artistic liberties. Was there anything like that that's rapey daughter shit in the original?
Sure.
Is that the same way it perverted the original movie and book was?
The book itself, I mean, there was some really fucked up things.
Yeah, and I heard the book opens to some bitch getting a baby ripped out of her fucking stomach or something.
And
I say some bitch because I don't know their names individually.
They pretty much omit the whole kid orgy thing that happens in the sewer, but
yeah, that's okay. So that explains what Red Letter Media was fucking fixated on.
Right, yeah. So essentially, you have this solid story, the solid narrative, and a definitely long enough fucking movie. It was
Oh
2.5
my
hours.
God, I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah, but you have all these things you can work with. And what do the people who made this movie decide to do to introduce the characters? Introduce them getting scared, showing what their fears are.
Right.
It seemed literally like a jump scare anthology right in the beginning. Like
It really was.
They weren't like building a story. It was like jump scare anthology. Oh, all these kids actually meet up and now they're part of the Losers Club. Like it did not feel genuine in that sense. I mean, their friendships felt genuine, but all kids love each other, so it's
Yeah, that was kind of one of my gripes with the movie, was the character development was fairly awful. In the sense where I think this movie was an example, to put this in like the broadest sense I can. Like, this movie is an example of shit writing wasted on pretty good talented actors.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I mean,
For
like,
sure.
even like, and we'll get to talking about the clown, fucking Pennywise in and of itself. That can be a little topic we discuss. But like you said, like we talked about kind of before we started this, the clown wasn't horrible, really. I mean, they kind of,
Yeah, well,
it was
talk
hokey,
about that.
and
yeah.
then blah, blah, blah. We got our own opinions, but the clown was good. The kid actors were all pretty good. Minor perverted, fucked up characters and guys that don't mind putting pins to goats' heads aside. Like, it had a decent cast. So I think really it just came down to how they developed the characters. Because, like, movies like fuck. I kept thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street when I watched this movie.
Yeah, I mean, there was even a
Kinda.
Nightmare on Elm Street reference in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that. The
Yeah.
poster and the
movie?
marquee.
Like, you could actually tell that this movie took a lot from,
Yeah.
like, Wes Craven's movies in general.
I could really tell, like, it almost felt like it could have been.
It almost felt like
shitty,
an homage, like an homage to the shitty B horror movies. I mean, if you really think about it, the made-for-TV stuff kind of was. It just,
it was in a sense.
It really didn't have the budget. It had a fantastic Tim Curry in it. So, speaking of which, the clown, what we brought up before.
Let's get that out of the way.
So Pennywise, in both of the made-for-TV, the book, and now the It 2017, fantastic portrayals. They're working with essentially the idea of fear, not so much an actual creature. I mean, Pennywise the dancing clown is just a manifestation of one of the kids' fear of clowns.
Exactly.
But
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that whole mechanic they got going on there.
Right. So this whole clown thing, fear of clowns, you might remember, like, being a kid. It seemed like every young kid that I knew had a fear of clowns.
Yeah, me personally, I still don't really get it to this day.
Yeah,
but
I do.
I get it, but I don't get it.
Right. Right.
But remember my aunt is like one of the closest people I know. My aunt is really afraid of clowns.
Yeah, and
I have friends.
Right, I have a younger brother who's really afraid of clowns when he was younger. Of course, he grew out of it, but so Tim Curry portrayed Pennywise in the made-for-TV TV adaptations. Bill Skarsgård, I think is how you pronounce his last name, really did his own thing, and that was so important. I mean, Tim Curry, he has that suave, really creepiness to him.
Yeah.
Whereas Skarsgård, he just acted his ass off while being covered with makeup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you could really tell it was him to begin with, but he just acted his ass off.
And I liked how he portrayed. I liked when it was him on screen being his character, and not when they were just trying to scare the shit out of you with him, like fucking moving in sporadic motions
with the terrible CGI.
That was such shit.
Yeah.
And that's what panders this movie down in certain scenes to the forget about it horror genre.
It makes it something that you chuckle at and not get scared at.
I laughed. I flinched like once, maybe twice this whole movie. And I was laughing more than anything.
Yeah,
like
and I don't even think I got scared the entire time. I was more just like, "Are you serious? Really?" It just really wasn't doing what it should have done.
No, I mean, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't really vouch for this film that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was interesting, and it kind of makes me want to go back and watch the original one now, just to see what, if anything, lines up, or is, what alludes to what. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't even think I should waste my time with it, because I don't think the movie's truly for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
because I feel like it's a nostalgia fest. Like, the only people that like and vouch for this movie are the people that remember watching it when they were kids.
Exactly. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't think this movie is very good. The new It.
Yeah,
but it's better than the old one. And because it's better than the old one, I know it sounds like I've just been shitting on it the entire time, but it is better than the old one. But what does that really mean if you don't like either?
It means the shit I took this morning was better than the shit I took yesterday morning.
Yeah, essentially. So, I mean
it tried, and it just kind of pretty much failed 9 out of 10 times.
Right.
Shit.
So what I could leave you with is, like, if you're a fan of, like, the classic B horror movies that you're not going to even get scared by, and you're looking for more of, like, an adventure and defeat the monster, which, by the way they defeated the monster in this movie was fucking stupid.
I just thought of another thing that I want to complain about after. Yeah. I mean, after your final thought or whatever.
Well...
Or whatever. I just interrupted.
You don't really need to see this to understand what it's going to be about. Great narrative, great acting. I mean, the actors carried it, essentially.
Pretty much.
If it would have been bad actors... I mean, there was even a time in the movie theater, Drew's like, I think we should just walk out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but...
Because that was one of my main problems. It's also one of those movies that doesn't, like, it feels like it should have ended 3 times. Mm-hmm. Like, you think, okay, this scene's the end, I'm going to be able to go take a piss in 5 minutes and we'll be gone. But no, like, there's like a scene, like, the scene they're in the house, and they fight fucking the clown, and they're like, alright, we're never going back there again, fuck all you guys. And then, like, 10 minutes later, we're going back again.
Yeah, not cut together very well, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, we're going back again, and then fucking 10 minutes later, we're down in hell, and I don't know, not hell, but in the sewers. And I think it's just like, at all of those moments, it was almost like it felt like it was going to be the end, and it's going to be, picked up in the next movie, but it just kept going.
I gotta call this out. This movie committed one of the worst sins. Homegirl, I'm not really gonna elaborate too much on it, but Homegirl's locked into this brainless,
oh my god,
stuck in an ethereal realm phase, and you know what wakes her up from this phase of unconsciousness?
Oh my god.
It's a kiss. Yeah, it's a kiss. Her eyes come back to normal. She becomes a regular human being again. That
old Truffle Butter Shuffle from the Goonies kisses her.
Yeah, and
spoilers, by the way.
I have never rolled my eyes harder. I felt like my retinas were going to come off, honestly. I was like, I put my head down, embarrassed to be in that movie theater when that happened.
I saw you do that like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah, because I was excited for this movie. It was like... It committed some of the worst sins a movie can do. Like the bully character.
Oh, man.
Very dumb. I mean, even his... I'm not going to talk about it, but it was sad.
Let's just say he became unhinged for no real reason whatsoever, other than to...
my life is hard. Like,
yeah, fuck off, guy.
Mm-hmm. What fucking Michael Myers like.
Fuck off. Yeah. I'm telling a character in a movie to fuck off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's... Oh, I thought of something else I was going to mention, but I can't.
Oh, man, there's so much stuff I could rip on this movie for. Just, like, the pacing through the beginning makes the movie an hour longer than it needs to be.
Oh, okay, I remember right before the movie started, you're like, all right, I give this movie, like, 4 cheap jump scares.
Oh, yeah, and as I said that, the light comes on and an attempted jump scare.
And I'm pretty sure, like, at least by my counts, that count was up with, like, at least 20-25 minutes into the movie.
Oh, I mean...
Like, if not sooner.
Yeah, literally by the second character.
It's, so it tries.
But it just doesn't pull through. I mean... Also, one of the cheesiest things that they did is, they've marketed this movie as It. Just It,
Right.
It 2017, but It. And then right at the end of the movie, you know, stuff's over, credits are about to roll. It says It Chapter 1. And it's like, first of all, we knew that was coming. It's like
they're going to be adults in the next one.
Yeah, but that was just not needed. And I don't want to be nitpicky, but that was just so lame.
Yeah, it's almost like self-indulgent. Like, that's the thing about the movie. It felt like they kind of just expected people were going to watch it.
Yeah.
And, like, just take it for what it was. So I think that's kind of where some of the sloppiness comes in. Like, we got this movie hyped out. Oh, God, he's going for that. That was a mega chug, guys. That whole time Hunter was quiet, he was chugging.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, that's pretty much all I just want to drink this beer. I don't really want to think much more about this movie. Like I said...
I'm only chugging water, guys. I don't...
Yeah. This nice Budweiser flood water that I bought off of eBay for $500 so some family could repatch their house together in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't donate to the Red Cross, by the way, today. I'm sorry. Why am I just depriving
Why am
myself?
I like this?
What did I do? See what this movie did to me? Dude, what's that clown doing over there, dude?
Oh, shit.
I don't remember that clown.
Yo,
being in
homie,
here.
what's up? All right.
Oh, wait, that's just the pizza guy.
Who's about to catch this fade, though, for real?
All right, I think
guys.
we've distracted ourselves enough.
Yeah, so, I mean...
All right, yeah, final. All right, we got one more minute.
1 out of 10?
One more minute to discuss final minute thoughts.
All right, so let's give it
1 out
a
of 10.
generic, useless, uneducated review.
Yeah.
1 out of 10.
Stupid score that's based off of nothing but toasty thoughts.
So I've gotta give it like a 5. A 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 because I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't
6 out of
like
10.
It wasn't the trashiest film, but it could have been good omitting the dumb shit that it put in.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
4 out of 10, definitely. Cause
yeah, I mean for a grand total of 5.
Yeah, that's like a 5. It's a hit or miss. You're either gonna like it and enjoy it and be kind of creeped out if that's what it does for you, or you're just gonna sit there and laugh like we do.
Right.
There is really no in between.
And here's the thing, like I don't want to say 5 out of 10 it's a watchable movie because
Right.
this movie's so long that you don't really want to watch it.
Dude, yeah.
So anyways, take that for how it is.
It was alright, but I don't.
The cliches were super 80s, but they should have died in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Airwolf or whatever.
Yeah, they did hit a very good Molly Ringwald joke though.
Oh, let's all become. Let's be the fucking nerdy, annoying little fucking autistic bastard complaining about fucking AIDS epidemic starting, but then let's commit a blood brother ritual.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
no fucking insensitivity directed towards the afflicted, but I just fucking that movie and its characters, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening to me become unhinged live on the airwaves.
Yeah. So you guys have a great night. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Comment, like, subscribe. 1 sub equals one
prayer.
Prayer equals 1 time I go to a super mega video and hit the dislike button.
Oh shit.
Name drop.
Name dropping.
No, I'm just kidding. I love super mega.
Yeah. No.
We're distracted.